Okay, I've got a FZJ80 I'm working on here. I want to talk about the knuckles and why they have problems. It's usually installer error and really just lack of experience, but I think I have enough experience I could share some things I've learned that other people might be able to use. One of the bigger problems is this spindle. For one, the wheel bearing rides right here, and when the preload's not right on the wheel bearing, it seems to wear this groove. Why do I think it's when the preload's not set right? Because I've seen lots of them where one side is fine and the other's not. So it's not like it's just a miles wear thing. Like it's and usually the one that's worn really bad has a very loose wheel bearing. But once it gets this lip, when you go to service it, if you try to torque the wheel bearing, it can't go up on this lip and be properly torqued. So it's kind of like once it's worn, it's junk. But then also this bushing goes bad on this side. This is a more detrimental problem to that spindle, in my opinion. That bushing is what holds this shaft straight. And so this is where the oil seal rides that keeps the oil from here out of the grease. And obviously if this thing moves at all, then this guy moves a whole bunch, and the seal can't do its job. This one's got a few other problems. Somebody used RTV where the gasket goes, so there was some water in the knuckle, and there's water in the wheel bearings as well. Not a whole lot, but enough that it's not good. And this red grease is wrong. This needs to be a black moly grease, and I like it to be a 5% moly. It's a bit more expensive, but it's worth it. Any of these CV joints should have a moly grease. But another really important one, that seal has to be Toyota. You can do aftermarket seals, and there's kits, real nice kits that have Koyo Japanese bearings, and the wipers, they don't matter that much if they're Toyota or not, in my opinion, as long as they're not junk quality. But that seal, if it's not Toyota, the Toyota seal has this bellows, and it's real high quality, and it follows the axle better. I won't do one of these without that being a Toyota seal. Also, the guy who changed, or who did the last repair, didn't change the gear oil. He obviously didn't, because there's lots of black moly grease in the oil. So you got red wheel bearing grease where it shouldn't be, and then your moly grease from the first time it failed. You can see it's still pooping out here. Another issue that I see with these is this breather. People like to extend it, and they put a filter on it. And actually the Toyota one, I believe, is extended pretty high, and it's fine to extend it. It's probably a good thing if you're doing water crossings and whatnot. But the valve that's on there, I'm going to run over this one really quick and see if it's got it. Yes, this valve is actually a one-way valve. It has a little tiny rubber flap and a spring in it, and what it does, when the axle heats up and then cools down, so air just through thermal expansion comes out of here, and then when it cools down, it doesn't let air go back in. So it actually keeps the housing in like a light vacuum all the time, if you will. So these are really important to have. I think you can still get them from Toyota. I don't know if I have any. I used to keep them in my my drawer for stuff. I don't know if I have any more, but we're gonna have to locate one for this thing. So anyway, hopefully that helps someone out. Yeah, this spindle, the upgraded one, I don't know if I said this or not, but the upgraded one has a needle bearing. So if you just buy this new from Toyota, there's a needle bearing on the inside, and then it transitions into the bronze bushing. And they're very expensive, but they need to be right if you want this job to last any period of time whatsoever.